Welcome back to FryMinis. I'm Eric, and today we're going to talk about player versus player interactions in your Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition game. Characters fighting with each other can be a very touchy subject. For some players, there's a mental construct where everyone has to be on the same side, and PvP is just a hard no. And guess what? That's totally okay. If your players don't want to engage, great. The problem only arises when one or two people aren't on the same page. If you're in a position where one player's interests are in conflict with another, we need to find a solution. Let's walk through a few scenarios, then I'll share my favorite way to PvP, the contest of fun. Sometimes a player or a character may have built up a little frustration, and some friendly roughhousing may be an easy way to settle an in-game dispute. A little disclaimer though, as with everything in life, results will vary per table, and it's up to you to decide what works best for your group. Player versus player activity should be addressed before the campaign starts, ideally at a session 0 where you plan everything out. You may find a common thread in my videos. Communication is key to a healthy game. Setting expectations from the start can help prevent unwanted surprises later. But of course, feelings can evolve throughout the adventure, so it's important to establish an avenue to collect player feedback. And if you haven't already, please watch my video on collecting player feedback. I'll have a link in the description. Okay, so PvP doesn't always literally mean combat. That rogue that wants to pickpocket the paladin's potion of fire breath, that's still one player acting against another. If everyone is okay with this potential pilfering, offer the paladin a perception check to catch the rogue red-handed. Or, you know, maybe the paladin can connect the dots once the rogue starts belching flames. Something like this is usually okay when it's done infrequently and with specific reason. It gets tiresome very quickly if it happens every encounter in every game. If the behavior becomes a problem, talk to the player and make sure they understand how they're impacting the rest of the group. And if that player continues to disregard the needs of the group, maybe it's time for them to find a new group. All that said, PvP does usually contain an implication of combat. A barbarian might insist that their rage drives them to attack every target, including other characters. A wizard might routinely drop fireballs in the middle of the group. In these cases of "it's what my character would do," feel free to remind them that they created the character. Role-playing is a beautiful gift and should be encouraged, but not at the expense of the experience of others. At the end of the day, players are responsible for their character's actions. If you're not comfortable giving explicit directions to someone to change their character, maybe offer a more creative in-game solution. Perhaps the barbarian goes on a spiritual quest to learn to control their rage, or that wizard accidentally barbecues a peasant and has to learn from their mistakes quickly. And in extreme cases, one player just really wants to kill another player's character. Generally, I would just hardline nope that out of existence unless there was a specific reason, like a duel. Think about Captain America Civil War. You understand why Tony is out for blood, but would you see Tony just attack Steve in the middle of the Battle of New York because that's what his character would do? Of course not. If the situation has devolved to this point, it might be time for a significant restructuring of your group. But again, talk to your players. They may not realize what they're doing and deserve a second chance. All right, so what is my magic fix for PvP? You guessed it, communication. Dungeons & Dragons is built on the simple construct that we are all here to have fun. That fun can include no PvP at all, full-on character killing, and anything in between. Okay, speaking of fun, now's the time to talk about the contest of fun. In one of my campaigns, the players were looking to blow off a little steam after a close call with a couple of shadows and a very clutch revivify. I offered up a weekly gladiator tournament. Characters would match up against one another through a bracket tournament system. And in the event of an odd number of players, the DM would get to play as an NPC from the area or a character from the party's past. We'd always arrange it so the players had a full long rest before the contest so they could swap out their spells, and everyone gets a short rest in between fights. And importantly, the mysterious power of the contest of fun prevents character death. Basically, the tournament is a great way for players to challenge each other, have fun, and fight. You can kind of think of it like the holodeck from Star Trek or the Danger Room from X-Men. And the best part, I've got a complete write-up, a full PDF available for free on the DMs Guild. Check out the description for a link to the Pay What You Want PDF. I've included an overview of PvP and how to handle problematic players, detailed rules for the Contest of Fun including victory conditions and prizes, optional variant rules including King of the Hill, power-ups, and more, and a printable tournament bracket with 5 map options that'll fit any campaign. Check out the Contest of Fun on the DMs Guild for free. I hope this video helps you understand PvP and why so many people have such a wide range of feelings about it. I also hope you enjoy the Contest of Fun for all your smashing needs. If you like what you saw, please subscribe so you never miss a video. Also, check me out on Instagram where I post hand-painted minis every Tuesday and Thursday. And you can find even more on FryMinis.com. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.